We start on time, boys. That's what we do. We are live. Make sure, yes, we are. What's up, everybody? How are y'all fellas doing? Make sure I actually send the tweet out and make sure I click a few other buttons that I always have to click. There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Hugo? What's up, Carnicorn? What's up, Mox? Glad to see you making a stream. Been a minute. Are you guys all excited for Pink Floyd's The Final Cut? Raise your hand if you're excited for Pink Floyd's The Final Cut. Damn. What do you put, Ryan?
We're here.
We're here. How's everyone doing on this Saturday afternoon? Surprised you guys are going past the wall. We already did. Oh, you mean? Yeah. Well, enough people wanted to see us do it, and we didn't even have to take a poll, because we had a lot of people requesting it. What's up, Alan? What's up, Lava Jacob? What's up, Alex538? What's up, Tem1999? What's up, Tony? Happy Easter indeed. Happy holiday weekend. Happy early 420 day for those who will celebrate that tomorrow instead of Easter. And then happy Easter for everyone else. Hello, Gustav. I just realized Easter happens on 420 this year.
Yeah, I did not think about that.
That is kind of cool. And also kind of weird. It's a holiday for everybody then. Happy Saturday to you too, Rickster. Alex538, you gave a thumbs up, but you put your head down. Somebody's here, but not happy to be here. Cole, your camera is struggling. Damn. Hello, Cosmic. Best not make me hate, loathe, and despise you. Kidding-ish. Oh, Cosmic. You might want to listen to this one on mute then. She can still see our ratings, though. Actually, I've never heard this album, so this is the first listen for me. Oh, Cole is just... Cole's pre-struggling. We haven't even started, and he's already in a whole nother level. Cole is a bit 8-bit right now. He's got a little lag to him. I don't know what's going on Cole's side.
I think it's Discord.
It might be Discord, because it's also affecting Noah a bit, but we'll let Cole try and fix this stuff real quick. Final Cut is your least fave? It's a version when the tiger broke free. I don't know. It has on here.
Yeah.
It's just whatever Spotify has is what I'm going with. This is about to be good. Hopefully everyone enjoys it. Just so you guys know, we will not be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna take Easter off, so there you go. But we do have some
spend
other
time with their families.
Yes, go spend time with your family. Go have a happy holiday. But we do have some other news. Our thought that we were going to have to spend 2 to 2.5 weeks away from streaming is not going to have to happen anymore. We got some update, and we will not have to take 2.5 weeks away from streaming for a while. Later on, maybe a couple months from now, but for now, we are good, and we will continue streaming through May. So Noah got some good news, I guess you would say. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
I wish I didn't have to hear this again, but I'll join you. I've never heard this, so I don't know why everyone seemingly is putting this down. I haven't heard it yet. All right, let's wait one more minute and we'll get started. Cole is struggling on the camera. We are just gonna have to power through with Cole's 8-bit connection. You need to tell Alex to stop downloading all that well, whatever he's downloading. Let's have him not.
What Wi-Fi provider you got over there?
Somebody fucking like stealing your Wi-Fi outside the house, like hooked up right next to it.
I think it's Verizon. I don't even remember.
God, you are audibly lagging now. Are you on Wi-Fi or Ethernet right now?
Ethernet.
Okay. Well, If it gets super bad, we might have to pause. We'll take a minute or two, let you see if you can figure it out real quick.
Might have to start doing this shit on Zoom.
Oh God.
If it's
There's no way
Discord.
it's Discord because mine's fine and yours fine now. It's definitely Cole's in.
Yeah.
Check your speed test real quick, Cole. See what you're getting. You're ready for Roger Waters to bless your ears? I hope he blesses my ears.
With a neutral face emoji.
Oh boy, now Noah's lagging. Okay, it might be Discord. Noah, check your speed test while you're at it.
Speed is doing just fine.
Okay, this is on Discord's end. That's unfortunate. Not the first time recently Discord's been fucking shit up. But as long as we can see you and hear you, we'll power through.
Yeah, my speed test's looking pretty legendary right now, actually.
Your Discord audio ain't. Cole's still connected to McDonald's Wi-Fi. Actually, this is on Discord.
I'm getting a 900 megabytes a second, so.
Yeah, and Discord is not using any of it. They are thrashing you two. But it's all right. We can still hear you. All right, are we ready to start? I think we're gonna probably get as good as we're gonna get. And if we have to pause and wait till Discord stops being autistic, we'll do it. You good?
Mm-hmm.
You both can hear me, right? You're not. You can hear me
Yeah.
fine. Okay. All right. Cool. Do it. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Three Idiots Talking Podcast. Today we are here with Pink Floyd's 12th studio album. Oh, I should probably. I mean, for people who've never heard us, I should probably introduce you to as well, or all of us, honestly, each one. But if you don't know us, Noah, Cole, Ryan. Anyway, we're the Three Idiots. But moving on, because you can see our names in the screen anyway. We're over here, Pink Floyd's 12th studio album. We have gone through everything up to the wall. If you have missed any of it, go check it out. All the videos are currently uploaded. This album, I have never heard. So this will be I think this is the first one in their discography that we've done that I have not heard fully through. I haven't heard at all. So this will be interesting for me. You two have talked a lot about this album and in some not great terms, but also some not horrible terms. This album came out in 1983. It's 13 songs long. It's 46 minutes. Who wants to give a reason why you guys seem to not be super enticed about this? We are even debating not even doing this album at one point and not even doing anything after The Wall, but we decided to do it because enough people wanted to watch it. So tell me, what's the issue here you're having with the final cut? Who wants to go? Let's let Noah go first because Cole's still got audio issues, it looks like.
Lag test.
Yeah,
Am I
good.
okay?
You're good.
Okay. I'm not going to go into the issues because that's just spoiling our opinions.
Okay.
But I'll say some things that are facts. This album is the most Roger Waters led album so far. This is like 100% him. There's no Richard Wright. He got kicked out of the band last album.
Right,
You can hear that affect the sound a lot. And a few songs on this, I believe, are songs that were not good enough for The Wall and just got put on here.
Okay.
That's a couple objective facts.
Sure. So, okay, so Richard Wright's first album they made without Richard Wright, as he got kicked out of the band by Waters, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Kicked out of the band by Waters. Who did they replace him with? Or did they replace him?
Nobody.
Okay, so no Richard Wright. Now, he was the main keyboardist, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so is there a keyboardist on this album?
Studio musicians.
Studio musicians. Okay, so that's basically just fill-ins. Cole, you look like you're not lagging as much right now. What is your reasonings behind why did you not want to do the final cut? Oh boy.
I guess it would be a minor spoiler. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan.
Because to me, this album is basically just all of the parts of The Wall that I don't like on one album.
All the parts of the wall you don't like on one album. Okay, so you two have heard it. I have not. This will be a first listen to me. I've heard one song on this album. I've heard Not Now, John. That's all I've heard. This will be a first listen for me. I know it came out a little bit after, compared to, The Wall came out in 79, this came out in 83, so that's a 4-year gap. Now, obviously, they kicked Richard Wright out of the band, but that was kind of known before The Wall came out, right, Noah? I think we talked about that when we did The Wall. They were going to kick him out after it. He just still toured with them, correct?
Yeah.
So, why did they spend 4 years, or I guess, what was the purpose behind the delay, or did they just really want to get an album out after 4 years? What was the purpose behind the break?
Bored for a bit. They're getting older. They got families now.
Right. So just a little tired from making
main
albums,
reason.
essentially. Because they had made a lot in a row.
Because this is their longest break ever.
4-year break, right?
And
okay.
It's 4 years, which is, for some artists, is normal.
It is. Especially nowadays. People take a long time off now. Okay. Well, I don't know really anything about this album other than it is not Pink Floyd fans' biggest favorite. From a Pink Floyd fan base, do people tend to view this favorably or unfavorably?
Half and
Not
half.
massively either way.
Not massively either way. Okay. All right. Well, I'll say this for people who are watching afterwards on YouTube. Discord is having some lag issues today when we're recording. So if Cole or Noah sound a little techno at some points, we're working through it, and I apologize, and we will make sure that they repeat it if they need to. Other than that, it's final cut time. Start a jam, and let's get into it. And let's see if it'll actually let me start a jam without having you two make one for me. Let's see. You made it on time. What's up, Daxel? Rehash leftovers.
Get to work.
Host has ended the jam. I haven't even done anything. All right. Somebody invite me to yours, and then I'll start up another one. That's the only thing that seems to make it work right now. This is going to be a 0 from Cole.
Got it.
The whole album? I don't know about that. Thank you, Noah. Open.
That's a very me cue going on.
Stop that real quick. Leave jam. Stop playing. Start my jam. Copy
Yeah, get that
link.
sun kill moon.
There we go. Okay, now join up, fellas.
Hell
Let's do
yeah.
this. Hopefully they fix this issue so I can actually just create a jam, not have to join y'all's. They didn't really take a 4-year break. They recorded The Wall and spent a couple years working on the movie. Okay. So they weren't all off the whole time.
Yeah. Toured for a bit. Movie, yeah.
Toured for a bit. This will be interesting. I haven't heard this album. Me either, Gustav. Be interesting for me as well. All right, we're all here. It's final cut time. Pink Floyd's 12th studio album. I think they only have 13 studio albums, right?
15.
15. Okay. I don't know how many we're going to do, so I won't say if this is the second last or whatever, but it's final cut time, starting off with The Post-War Dream.
I'm not here.
I love how depressing this
This
album
Nothing
sounds.
happening.
Cole is really coping right now.
So he knows what happens.
It was announced today that the replacement for the Atlantic conveyor, the container ship lost in the Falklands conflict, will be built in Japan. A spokesman for Cuba moving in, and they say the third world countries like Bolivia, which produce the drug, are suffering from rising violence, economic damage, and political instability.
Tell me true.
Oh.
Tell me why was Jesus crucified?
Is that Waters?
Yeah.
Was it
The fuck else was that, man?
Daddy died?
What?
Was it you? Was it me? Did I watch too much TV? Is that a hint of accusation in your eyes?
Really not digging how lippy he sounds.
If it wasn't
I want to get used to
for
it.
the nymphs being so good at building ships, the yards would still be open on the Clyde.
I like the horns.
And it can't be much fun for them beneath the rising sun, with all their
Oh.
kids committing suicide. What have we done? Maggie, what have we done? What have we done?
I'm scared. Cole, I'm scared.
Should we shout? Should we scream? What happened to the post-war dream? Oh, Maggie, Maggie, what did we do?
Maggie? You talking about Margaret Thatcher?
That's what I've always thought,
Probably.
but I haven't looked
I don't
into it.
know.
I didn't know her nickname
I
was
don't care. I have to
Maggie.
figure it out.
Okay, random clanging in the background. Okay, starting off with the post-war dream. I'll go first. Odd little song here. Very big noise there at the end, loud noise, but it was very short as well. Felt like a little anticlimactic with that. Really did not like how lippy, almost ASMR sounding Roger Waters was getting with how close to the mic his you could hear his individual lip movements when he was singing. Never ever liked that from any singer. I don't really entirely understand lyrically what he's saying. I mean, I kind of do and I kind of don't, so it's sort of all over the place. It seems you guys talked about this as wall leftovers, so the same war theme coming from the wall looks like it's what he's starting with. The only thing I really had an issue with was his voice. Very lippy. That's the only word I can think of. I'll give it a 6. I don't know. I'm having a hard time rating that one. Noah.
Okay. Lyrics are fine. There's nothing wrong with what he's saying.
No.
I mean, I'm a little tired of hearing him talk about war, but I mean, it's not bad lyrics. The singing, though. First off, he gets real deep in your ear in the first part, which when he does it specifically, he enunciates his words really hard.
Yeah.
And it's pretty grating. Second half, he turns into where he starts screeching. Which at this point in his career, he should probably have hung that up already. It does not sound good. Roger should turn up David's guitar.
Yeah, I heard it in the background.
I guarantee he was doing. I guarantee he had the last say for almost everything. So he should turn it up for me, please and thanks. And that's the whole song. That's all that happened. 5.
5. Cole.
Just some generationally bad singing. Just horrible singing. Yeah, the lyrics are fine, I guess. I don't really care about them. But they're not annoying or anything. He can't sing at all. He's terrible at it. Any semblance of not being awful at singing is totally gone. I hate every time he opens his mouth. It's just terrible. And for some fucking reason, even though the last 3 albums they produced to me have had some of the best mixing and production I've ever heard on any albums, the mix here is not good. It's pretty subpar.
Definitely not a great start.
Things that need to be louder are not, and I don't understand why or how that happened. I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 to a 4.
Ooh. Ooh. Starting out with a brutality from Cole. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, all right, let's see what Chad thought. Unfortunately, let's scroll up back a bit for this. Roger, can you turn up Gilmore real quick? DHD Bling gives an 8, a 9999999 from Rickster, 5 from Lava Jacob, 11 from Cosmic. It is Margaret Thatcher. Okay, good. Cy Bister gives it an 8, 6.5 from Gustav, 6 from Jonathan, 7.5 from Tim, 7 from Wild Palm, 6.5 from Carnicorn, 7 from Pedro, 6 is not horrible, but I'd never listen again from Alex, 538, 6 from Alan Weinstein, not a big fan of the lyrics on this one, 6 from Hugo, 3 from Ashton Pearson, oh, Hugo rechanged his to a 5.5, End was a banger, 8 from Hey One, and there we go. It's about the music. Cole is right. Okay. All right. I don't know what Cole said, but sure. Yeah, of course it's about the music. Yeah, I would like to hear David Gilmour's guitar on that song a bit more. He was way too quiet. Way too quiet. Okay, we got a lot of songs to go through, so let's power through onto your possible pasts. Again, the industrial noises right off the bat.
This could be an interesting one.
They flutter behind you, your possible past.
Oh boy. Does he sing on the whole album?
Some bright-eyed
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
some frightened and blessed.
David Gilmour sings on half of a song.
A warning to anyone still in command. Of their possible future.
Is that Gilmour on the guitar? I assume.
Yeah.
There's a guitar being played as well.
In derelict
I'd have to imagine.
sightings, the pop is entwined
In derelict sightings, the poppies entwine. What?
with cattle trucks lying in wait for the next time.
Here comes my issue with the song.
What is it?
How we used to be. Do you think we should be closer?
That's an odd echo choice. Wait, that's it?
Ooh,
What kind of writing is that?
that's not a good hook.
The ghost of a smile.
That was the hook?
I guess.
Well, it's gonna happen. No, I mean, it happens more than once.
Face like a cheap hotel sign.
Who would ever waste their fucking time with this shit?
Her cold eyes imploring
This is so
the men in
dull.
their bags.
Oh,
For the
turn that
gold
guitar
in
up.
their bags, or the knives in their
Smooth more.
backs.
Oh.
Stepping up boldly, one put out his hand.
Very dramatic.
God, that snare.
Very dramatic.
I was just a
Ear
child
exploding.
then. Now I'm only a man. Do you remember me? How we used to be? Do you think we should be closer?
I don't
There we
think
go.
it's like
best solo he's ever
By the
made.
cold and religious, we were taken in hand. Shown how to feel good and told to feel bad.
God, I hate that lyric.
Strung out behind us, the banners and flags of our possible past lie in tatters and rags.
This dude is trying so hard to be dramatic. Holy lord.
Golly, say the fucking lyric.
How we used to be, you think we should be closer,
We didn't need the delay right there. I don't want to have to hear him sing that more than once.
That one kind of annoyed me. Not your. I'm gonna start with Cole.
Putting aside the fact that he can't sing for shit, he doesn't even know what he's doing in terms of songwriting anymore. He wrote half of a chorus for some reason and then just ends. He is trying so unbelievably hard to be the most dramatic thing you've ever heard in your life by just waiting a while to say a last word of a sentence. And it's just so stupid. This song is boring as hell. Same as the last one, 3.5 to a 4.
So, this annoyed me because we just basically canceled building ever again. 0 builds on this song whatsoever, but an incredibly dramatic, like Cole said, pauses, especially there at the end where he just waits like 5 seconds and then says the last word. And then boom, it's like big noise, like, ooh, big noise drama. That's supposed to like be a build. That's not a build. Cole's right. The songwriting is fucking horrendous. It's just awful. There was no build there. There was no tension. It was just, there's your big chorus. And the chorus sucked. The chorus was awful. It was atrocious. Gilmore tried. Not his best guitar solo, in my opinion. Very scratchy guitar solo. Very, very high pitched and overstrained at times. I was not a huge fan.
Fluid.
No, it was not very fluid. I wasn't a huge fan of the guitar solo, but it was the best part of this song. Roger sounds like shit. Just horrifically bad on this song. And I have absolutely no idea what the lyrics are supposed to mean whatsoever. I think the lyrics are fucking atrocious. This song sucked. This song was awful. This song annoyed me, and I'm going to give it a 2. Noah.
Yeah, this one is structurally flawed. Verses are boring. There is little to no transition into the hook. The hook itself is bad. The solo, like Cole said, it's not fluid. It's just not a great tone from Gilmore either. He's had better tones.
Yes.
This one doesn't hit as hard.
Production is getting way
In
too
it-
80s.
Yeah. And it's still the best, it's still the best part of the song.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Because Roger, oof. Ooh, Roger, brutal.
He sounds
4?
he sounded really bad on that song. Just trying way too hard to sing. Okay. Let's see what chat says. Pretty fantastic. Great guitar. Raw and authentic. I love it. 4 out of 10. Not even Gilmore can save the song from Lava Jacob. 5. That hook is so bad from I'm Him. 11 from Cosmic. Love that track. And 9 from Wild Palms. Dramatic song. 5.75 from Pedro, 9 from Rickster, 4.5. It's much worse than I can remember from Carnicorn, 6.5 for Gustav, 6.5 for Tim 1999, 3. It is ass from Alex 538. Hook is glorious, 8.5 from Cy Bister, like it less than the previous one, so 5.5 from Jonathan. Some issues with the solo flows. It's still solid by Gilmore standards. Hook is really bad. Everything drowned in reverb. I completely forgot about the echo and reverb on the first part too. A 4 from Hugo. Ooh. Thank you, Alan Weinstein, for the $10 super chat. What do we rate Roger Waters as a
Let's answer the
vocalist from
question.
1 to 10? Cole, I'll let you start.
Um, for his whole career, I'll give him a 3 out of 10 for his
Ooh.
whole career.
I assume we're
He's
placing 10 at the
bad.
best part, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
10
okay.
would be like Robert Plant or Marvin Gaye.
Cole's giving up 3. Noah, the biggest Pink Floyd fan here.
From Piper to Animals, 6.
Maybe.
After that, 2.
Whole career. On
Whole
Pink
career?
Floyd. On Floyd.
Whole career of Pink
He
Floyd.
still sings though.
Not, yeah, but I don't care about the rest of it. Just Floyd.
If I'm combining it all, it's like a 4. 4 to a 3.5.
So I'll probably give the highest rating just because I hate the Wall the least amount here, and his vocals on the Wall least
Nobody
amount.
here hates the Wall.
I said I hated the least amount.
Yes.
I dislike it the least, I should say. I will give him a 5 to a 5.5 as a career. If I had to pick a number, I'd go on the lower end though. A 5, very average at best. He has a couple songs where he does hit a little bit higher peaks, but for the most part, he seems to try really hard. But I haven't heard the final cut, and if he's singing like this, that number might come down by the end of this stream. So if he keeps this up, we might be going down to a 4.5 or a 4 possibly, because this has been a rough start to this album. But to answer your question, it looks like Noah's giving him a 4. Cole gave him a 3.5, I think.
3.
3. I'm giving him a 5. So 3, 4, 5 from us 3. Thank you for a $10 super chat, by the way, Alan. Much appreciated.
Huge ups.
Big W's in the chat for Alan Weinstein, everybody. All right, where'd I
Thank
end?
you.
Where did I end up? DHD Bling with a 5. Wholeheartedly disagree with all 3 of you. That's all right, Cosmic. I'm sorry. No build. That snare comes from nowhere. I hated it. There's no build. These guys were the kings of builds. They're kings of tension. Where's that? Where'd it go? What the hell was that? There was nothing. 4.5 minutes, and you don't even give us one build? I don't know. Yeah, when you don't spend time to get used to Roger's vocals, they end up sounding like shit, although there's not a structural reason for him sounding as dramatic as he does. Yeah, I don't get the drama either. The dramatic pause and how he's trying to use this theatrical effect to like generate drama on this song. Yeah, it didn't work. All right, Waters can go from 0 to 7 depending on the song. 0 on Final Cut, 7 on Animals. I do think he's a very inconsistent singer too. Okay, time to move on. Thank you, Alan Weinstein, for the super chat. Let's go to one of the few. Oh, this is short. They're really obsessed with clocks and ticking on a lot of their songs.
Motif.
When you're one of the few to land on your feet,
We're in the left side now.
what do you do to make ends meet?
That was rough.
Make 'em mad,
No, stop the lip noises.
make 'em add 2 and 2. Or make 'em me, or make 'em you.
When did we start doing?
Make 'em do what you want them to. Make 'em laugh, make 'em cry, make 'em lay down and die.
I want to
That
go.
was so dramatic. Where is this coming from? What in the hell? All right, that was one of the few. Noah did call, but I just want to say Cole has not moved his head in like 5 minutes. Anyway, Noah, go ahead.
This one is wretched. This one is
What
fucking
was
awful.
That man.
The guitar melody is, I guess, it's a motif. It's something that's gonna appear later in the album. The melody, it's fine. It's okay. The singing. This is the worst singing he's done to this point in Pink Floyd. That was terrible. That was
The ASMR
I
is
can't
like
even describe it.
beyond.
That made a minute. That made a minute feel like 8 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm feeling like a 2.
Ooh. Cole, you've had a blank face for 5 minutes.
Horrible singing for a minute. um, I don't. I, I don't really know why Pink Floyd would feel the need to write a song that's 1 minute. Because this is not like some. This really just isn't like some sort of standalone piece that needs to be by itself. I don't think you could probably just put this on another song. Although I would recommend just deleting it because this whole album should be deleted. So it feels pointless and it's horrible to listen to because he can't sing at all. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Well, painful. Painful, extremely over dramatic. I saw people were like, well, he's being dramatic because of the way, what he's talking about. There's definitely better ways to be dramatic if you want to do this without having to force it. He is forcing the dramatization of this song, of the last 2 songs. He's just trying to make you feel something, and it's not working at all. There are so many ways to make you feel raw emotion or the effects of the lyrics without trying to force drama that isn't building, because you're not doing a build. It's a minute-long song. There's no possible way to do a build in a minute-long song. It just doesn't exist. And the lispy, the ASMR noises he's making takes you out of any of the dramatic effects he's trying to put on. The reverb, echo effects, the laughing sound effect they did, bad. All bad decisions. Terrible. None of it's good. Don't have really anything else to talk about because it was essentially just Roger Waters singing with a little bit of a plucking guitar. I'm gonna go with 2 here. I agree with Noah. That was just annoying, and I would never listen to that again. Not a great start to this album, I'll be honest. And this is my first time listening to it.
But that is another thing. Where is the replay value in any of the songs we just heard?
Yeah. Why would you go back to these songs
Like,
on a
seriously.
solo aspect without, like, besides listening to it? All right. That singing hurts. It did hurt a little bit. Production's amazing. I don't even necessarily know if I agree with that. It's certainly not terrible, but it's not amazing. I think that's a very strong choice.
They had to mix a guitar. Wow. Amazing production.
4 from Gustav, a 7
Okay,
from
Adam.
Wild Palms, 5.5 from Carnicorn, 6 from I'm Him, Pessimism the song. Fair enough. 4 from Ashton, 4 from Lava Jacob, without Roger's voice, and 9. Well, Roger's voice is basically the entire song. He's singing about the horrors of war, and he asks where the drama coming from. No, it's forced drama. The lyrics are enough. If you read the lyrics, it's enough. You don't have to force reactions and emotion. 11 from Cosmic, 5.5 to 6 from Jonathan, 6.5 from Cybister, 2.5 to 3 from Hugo, 4 from Tim1999. It's not that awful. 5 is fair from I'm Him, 4 to 4.5 from Hey One. Problem you guys had an outside the wall. I applied to this song. 3 out of 10 from Pedro, and a 4 from DHD Bling. They can't handle it is the problem. Well, Cosmic, that's all right, because we're about to hear When the Tigers Broke Free for the 4th song. Y'all look fresh today? Well, Cole doesn't look anything because you can't really see him half the time. He's just one pixel blur. But yes, thank you.
This is a song that was directly cut off the wall.
Oh,
It's in the movie.
okay.
It's corny ass war movie horn. It sounds like some shit they play in, like, when some soldier dies at the end of a movie, like Independence Day 2 or something.
I'm getting that vibe so far.
It's so fucking corny.
What's up, James Diamond?
It was just before dawn, one miserable morning in Black 44,
Weird vocal.
when the
melody
forward
so far.
commander was told to sit tight. When he asked that his men be withdrawn,
What is his rhythm?
and the generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while.
Oh, this rhythm is
The
horrible.
Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives. And kind old King George sent Mother a note when he heard that Father was gone. It was, I recall,
How do you even sing
in the
this
form of
badly?
a scroll with gold leaf and all. And I found it one day in a drawer of old photographs hidden away. And my eyes still grow damp to remember His Majesty signed with his own rubber stamp. It was dark all around, there was frost in the ground when the tigers broke free.
What is this mixing? What the fuck?
And no one survived from the Royal Fusiliers Company C. They were all left behind, most of them dead, the rest of them dying. And that's how the High Command took my daddy from me.
I really dislike how he says the word daddy.
You're a little too old to be saying daddy. He's like 40 at this point. This sounds weird to me. Maybe I'm in the wrong.
Let me go first here.
Mm.
The atmosphere this song creates is so far the best of the album so far. We're only 4 songs into it. The atmosphere is pretty cool. I like the
It's so
big...
fucking stupid.
I mean, look. Clearly, this is a war reminiscent album. At least the start of it is. He's clearly talking about his dad. I guess his dad got killed at some point in a war. I don't know
His
the
dad died in
backstory.
World War II.
Okay, well, he's creating a very dark. They're creating a very dark scenery around this song because it's meant to be a dark lyrical song. I get that. The atmosphere is there. I understand what they're going for. The lyrics are probably so far the best on the album. At least those songs we've gone through. I have no issue with the lyrics at all. He is once again doing this lippy sound. It's very ASMR effect. Hate it. I'm not going to keep talking about it, but I hate it. When he gets into this mode where he's trying to push like his vocals to like reach emotional range, because he's trying to do it so hard, it actually ends up failing him a bit more. Instead of letting it happen, his emotions take over naturally. He's trying to force this emotional sound from him, and it's actually making it worse and less effective the more he does it. And it's causing it to sound worse than if he was just letting the lyrics emotionally take over him, what he's trying to say, because he has good message here. I think behind the if you look at the lyrics and what they actually mean, you could probably just use your own emotional feel you have from it and let that sound be what it is. You don't have to force something unnatural. Mixing was rough, but I guess I didn't hate it. 5. Cool.
I don't know if this will be controversial. I'm sure it will be. But like, I'm sorry. It just doesn't really hit me that like your dad died in the war. That's unfortunate. Like, sorry about that, but like you never met him. So I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, what a tragedy.
he
Like,
never
oh, he
even
misses his
met
dad.
his dad?
He never met his father. No.
I mean, it doesn't
He was
matter.
born the same year his dad died.
it-
Listen, I'm not saying that
it
it's
doesn't
good.
matter.
It's obviously horrible that his dad died. It's terrible.
Well, I was gonna say it doesn't matter because we're here for the music,
But it's just,
not the meaning.
I mean, the lyrics are the lyrics. I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't hit me nearly as hard. Because, like, do you miss him? Okay, you didn't even know him. You never even met him. It's, it's not like, you can't miss someone you don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, you
I
can.
agree. It's just like, wow, that was. that was
This is a
not-
shitty take, Cole.
Wow.
It's a shitty
You
take.
I-
can
know what,
miss
though?
somebody that you don't know.
You
It's a
don't know
rational
everyone
take,
that
but,
you don't.
you know.
Yes, but yes, you can.
Okay. Fine, whatever. I don't care. His singing is horrible. This mixing
Okay.
is atrocious. I think the instrumental is corny as hell. It just sounds like the ending to some shitty war movie. And the vocal melodies are atrocious.
Yeah.
2.5 to 3.
That was something I totally forgot. The vocal melody on this was fucking garbage. In fact, now I think about it, I completely forgot. The vocal melody's dropping out a whole point. That was awful vocal.
But somebody brought up a good point. It's not about like missing the person. It's more about like missing the idea of them, of having a father. I get you. That's understandable. I get that. That's very rational. Now I guess I get to talk about the song. Oh boy. You can tell this was made in a completely different time than the rest of the album. The production on the vocals is completely different. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It doesn't sound finished. It sounds like it was just made for the movie, and then they just forgot about it. But yeah, this song is like lyrically. This song is like, I mean, it's on the nose, literally. It's about the exact battle his dad died in and all that. I mean, it's hard to pull emotion when I just don't think it sounds good. I guess that's how I feel about this song. 4.
I just think he's trying to push an emotion.
Hold on. Hugo, I agree with that. That's just not the take that I get from this song. That's true. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be, but it's just not what I ever have gotten from it.
All
But I
right,
agree
chat.
with you.
Let's see. Stop guilt tripping. God, guys, we're just here to review music. Chill out. Album's like a 3. All right, Ashton, thanks for coming. Yeah, it's the vocals. His vocals sound great here. Usually it sounds bad when he sings like this. No, I completely disagree. The melody was fucking
Vocals are terrible.
atrocious on this one. And he didn't even try to make it better. 11 from
The melody doesn't have
Cosmic.
anything to do with this.
Oh, I think the melody, well, it's true, but the melody was so bad that the vocals really just suffered from it. 6 from Wild Palm, 7 from Carnicorn, 8 from Temp 99, quite affecting, 6 from I'm Him. It does have a great atmosphere. It's got weird vocal. I agree. Still Pink Floyd equals a 9 from Rickster. Okay. Whiny Dirge.
I wish that was the case.
1.0 from James Diamond. 5 from DHC Blink. 3.5 to 4. Instrumental is fine, but the mixing actually just bugs the shit out of me from Hugo. 3 from Lava Jacob. 10, it's a War Fugue. I don't like listening to it much, but it's pretty great from Slybister. That's a crazy take, because if you don't like listening too much, how are you going to give something a 10? I don't get that at all. This instrumental sounds like the Avengers are coming to save the city. 2 from Hey One. Exactly the same question I asked. I asked from I'm Him. Carnicorn or Jonathan with a 4.5. People shitting on Cole for saying that he can't miss someone. That's hilarious. I think the song has a
God
cool
forbid
atmosphere.
Cole be real.
That vocals though. 6
God
from
forbid him
Hugo.
speak his mind.
You guys are dead inside. Poor representation for your generation. Thank you, Flubbert.
Aw.
Thank you.
I promise you we
Thank
give
you.
a shit. Okay, up next we have The Hero's Return. What in the fuck? What was that transition?
Bad.
WR gives it an
Yeah,
8.5.
that's what this is about, guys. It's about the schoolmaster from the wall. We're just living in the past.
Why did they put so much of the wall on this album?
I don't fucking know, dude.
They were out of ideas.
That's what I believe.
Jesus, Jesus, what's it all about? Trying to clutch these little grates. It's a shame.
Roger Waters first rockstar to say wow.
When I was there, ain't all the lights were.
This shit is so corny.
There was no time to whine and mope about. And even that part of me flies.
Oh, what is
Yesterday
double
just
vocals
one of the worst vocal layerings I've ever heard.
Sweetheart, sweetheart, are you fast asleep?
Horrible songwriting.
That's
Good.
the
Good.
And there is something that I've locked away.
Oh gosh.
A memory that is too
Wow.
painful to withstand the light of day. When we came back,
Maybe we need Richard Riot.
banners and flags hung on everyone's door. We danced and we sang in the street, and the church bells rang. But burning in the
What are these builds?
Ew.
Sorry. I'm sorry, this is so fucking corny.
I mean,
of the gunner's dying words on the intercom.
Well, the next song.
but maybe the greatest.
Oh, that's the end of the song.
That's
I
the end
wasn't
of the
looking
song.
at it.
Maybe the-
That's crazy.
I'm so confused right now. They might have been the greatest band at building tension and just creating builds of all time. And in this album, we've just thrown all that shit out the window because these are not even close. The transitions are disgustingly bad. I mean, we're just throwing in hooks that completely sound different at random moments. We're stripping everything away. We're not leading any part of the verse into the chorus or the bridge. It's what the hell is this songwriting? It's abysmal. And Roger Waters, for the most part in his time in Pink Floyd, was a very, very good songwriter. So I'm very confused right now at this songwriting capability. This is fucking disgusting. Also, I guess I'm already talking, so I'll go. The vocal melody was fucking horrible. Again, back-to-back songs with bad vocal melodies. The lyrics were good. Everything else was shit. I actually thought the instrumental was one of the worst on the album so far, and I thought David's guitar sounded like shit as well, so I can't give him any praise either. This was fucking terrible. I'm annoyed at this. The only thing that even relatively saves this song is the lyrics, because they're actually pretty damn good. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 to a 3.5. That pissed me off. Maybe the greatest band in builds and transitions, and that's the shit we get. Disgusting. Noah, go up.
Man. I don't care if the lyrics are good because I'm so fucking tired of hearing him talk about the same topic
Yeah,
over and over again. He's become a lyrical one-trick pony, and it's incredibly difficult to be invested when he just talks about the same shit. Like, oh my fucking god, dude. I don't care if it's the concept. It is not interesting. And it doesn't help when melodically there's nothing there either. Like, holy, this one's so incredibly forgettable. And then like, the last part of it was just, that was some cornball shit. Roger Waters is turning into a fucking cornball. That was, I just really dislike this one. Feeling a 3.5.
3.5. Cole.
Well, I really hated that. That was just every single decision that he made, because I know he's the only one doing any of the writing here, was wrong. That vocal layering he did was embarrassing.
Oh god, that was so bad.
Instrumental was it was either being really boring or painfully corny.
I don't know what happened to it.
The lyrics were whatever. I didn't really care. His vocals were atrocious. The writing was just so awkward. They've always had such a great sense of direction and like where the song is going.
Wow.
You're always like locked in and excited to see what they're gonna do next. And I'm just begging for these songs to be fucking over. I think I'm gonna give it a 0.
Oh, the donut hole! Oh my
I
goodness!
hated
The
that.
first donut of the night. Wow. Yeah, that was really, really bad.
Jay Dilla
that was
reference?
really bad, not intentionally. All right. Let's see who agrees with us and who hates us. It's crazy how bad his songwriting got as soon as he had full control. Bad timing. I mean, yeah, that's the craziest thing. He was the main songwriter. Correct me if I'm wrong. For their entire discography, right, Noah?
Yeah, he was the main,
What the
the
hell
lead
happened?
songwriter.
What the hell happened so far? I mean, maybe it gets better.
I don't think you understand the ego of this man.
Okay. It's so awful,
Yeah.
man. From WR. Lava Jacob gives it a 1. 4 cringe from Carnicorn. 2 from Jonathan. Okay, great song. 9 from Wild Palms. Worse than AI generated Pink Floyd. I don't.
I was
even
that
know
was
from
that was a
BHU
good
Bling.
comment because honestly, that song just sounds like it's AI generated.
It kind of did.
Honestly, it
kinda
really
did.
does. It is a writing disaster.
5 very bizarre from 10/1999. That was some worse than some of Kanye's last album.
That was worse than
Not
some
a
of
horrible
Kanye's stuff
song,
on
but
his
the
last
guitar
album.
tone at the beginning might be one of the worst things I've ever heard. 4 from Pedro. EDM build up suddenly acoustic outro. 3 from Jaime. Again, yeah, things that don't make any sense at all. So bland, nothing to enjoy. It is listenable with me. I listened to this album. I listened to this album daily when I was like 10 years old. Oh, wow, Cosmic. I'm impressed that you were able to get through it that much. War
In
bad,
advance.
no do war, no
I'm calling
good.
first.
Okay. 2 from Hugo.
I need it.
It's like he wants to be some kind of boring song right now and doesn't know how to do it. Maybe. 10 from Cy Bister. Wow, Cy Bister, you are a huge fan of this album to start out with. I got to know what you're hearing that we're not, I guess. Or maybe you just really like the topic. I don't. That's certainly possible. 0 is diabolical. Yeah, I mean 0 is crazy.
The most
don't know if
I could
hate it
never
that
give
much.
it higher than a 1. I don't even know why anyone would give it higher than a 1. Doesn't even make sense to me. That was fucking terrible.
I'm sorry, you went very techno there for a second. So,
I said I would never give it.
okay, we lost.
This is not Aeroplane Over the Sea, Hugo. This is last time I checked, this is not peak.
High Hag Zappelli gives it a 0 as well. 0 is tone deaf. Well, I don't think 0 is tone deaf. It's just, he really dislikes the direction that song went in. That's fair. For Cole, the song will be the
I
same thing as
dislike
several
every decision
species.
made on that song.
Yeah,
Well, not all zeros are created equally.
that's true. Just like not all 10s are created.
0 to a 0.5. I'll be nice.
Yeah, no, I think this has been a really brutal start for this album. Are we 5 songs in? We are 5 songs in, and I have not liked a thing yet. So I hope we change up. Up next, I'm fingers crossed. I want this to get better. The Gunners.
Once
Sticking
again,
on that war theme.
I'm
real
going for
hard.
hoops.
I'll just go last.
Can't contain my excitement.
Is this the fucking Tear-Stained Eyes song? Did we already
I
do
think
that?
it
one?
is.
I don't remember. It's out.
This is where we're holding on.
Oh lord.
See, Cy Bister, that's the thing though. I would watch Schindler's List for fun because I think it's a great fucking movie. Even if it's dark, you can do the same. You can do both. You can make a really dark topic
Floating down
as long as it's really good.
through the clouds.
Music doesn't have to be fun to be good.
No, some of the best songs aren't fun at all.
I thought
that
that was what he was.
And the corner of some foreign field. I had a dream.
Doesn't sound bad yet. Maybe holds it.
Is this supposed to be like emotional or something? Because this is just dull as
Goodbye.
fuck.
It's certainly trying to be.
Goodbye.
Come on, Cole, we gotta hold on to the dream. Stop hating.
After the service, when you're walking slowly to the car, and the
Nice
silver
melody right there,
in
Chad.
her hair shines in the cold November air. You hear the tolling bell and touch the silver out of hell.
Important
As
lyric.
the teardrops rise to meet the comfort of the band.
Why would you? What? What?
You take her frail hand.
I'm gonna have to mute.
And hold on
Oh.
to the dream.
Wow! Oh, he's not done! He turns this back to a trumpet?
It's a saxophone.
Wow!
Oh,
Fucking full house ass saxophone right there. Ew.
Oh my god!
This saxophone solo fucking sucks ass.
is this sad Full House?
Yes.
This is very annoying because
I can't
this
believe they
instrument is actually
approved
good
that
outside
solo.
the sax.
No, it's not.
Hold on to the dream, baby.
Fucking
Oh, why is it
sitcom
farting? It's a
ass
farting
saxophone right there.
saxophone.
Oh, I got tears.
Place to stay. Enough to eat. Somewhere old heroes shuffle safely down the street, where you can speak out loud about your doubts and fears. And what's more,
That's not a compliment, Pedro.
no one ever disappears.
Shut the
In
fuck
fact,
up.
I would consider that an insult.
I would not.
You can relax
Make a kick noise.
on both sides of the tracks, and maniacs don't blow holes in bandsmen by remote control. And
This song is
everyone
confusing me
has
so much.
recourse to the law.
This is some of
It's
the
his
most
dream,
dull
man.
songwriting I've ever heard in my life.
Anymore.
You know what? Never mind,
No
I'll save it
one
later.
kills the children anymore.
Oh fuck, I forgot about this part.
Night after night, going round and round my brain.
Might be the worst lyric vocal performance here.
It's driving me insane.
Really, you're gonna hold that?
In the corner of some
That might be the worst one.
field, the gunner sleeps tonight.
Still going.
He's trying to drive home the insane lyric. It's very unique and creative.
Cannot just write off his final scene.
Damn. This is disappointing.
Take heed of the
This is so wildly devoid of any emotion.
I'm so happy I called first before the song even started.
That was disappointing. There's a very good song in this.
No, there's not.
Just God.
All right.
damn. All right, Noah. You wanted Gunner's
He doesn't
Dream.
even know how to end the song.
Oh, that's been a common theme. Noah, you're up.
For years and years and years, I have fucking hated this song. I have found it. It tries really hard to be emotional. It tries really hard, and I just find it hilarious. Roger Waters sounds awful. It has the hold on to the dream part where it goes into the full house saxophone, which just instantly wipes off any emotion you ever could have felt that is not humor. The lyrics, they just go completely off course after the hold on to the dream. They definitely lose the plot. And then it gets real heavy again at the end. Then he drops the dream is driving me insane line, which I forgot about. That might be his worst vocal line I've ever heard. He actually sounds like he's dying on that one. Like, it's not even hyperbole. He sounds like he is on like a torture rack. Holy shit. Yeah. Oof. Feeling a 2. Actually, no. I'm feeling a 1.5.
Ooh. Change. Okay. I said it right after the song ended. This is an extremely disappointing song because there is a very good song structured in here. It is just completely and terribly done. The transition from his first holding that loud, high-pitched note out into the saxophone, I there's something there. The way he did it was so awful because you're emitting your own vocal tone sounds shitty enough to sound like like that saxophone note, and that saxophone solo was fucking disgusting. It was ear-rapingly bad. I hated every single second of it. You should, whoever was playing the saxophone, I hope, I don't know. I have no idea who was playing the saxophone, but they were terrible at it. It was awful. It wasn't good. Period. That's all I have to say. You were bad at that solo. Outside of that, I thought the transitions were decent on this. They were better than a lot of the album. Still not good, but it was better than the most part of the album's been. Lyrically, it does fall flat at near the end, like Noah was saying, but it at least has a good 2 to 3 minutes in here that I enjoyed. I actually liked his voice at the start of the song. I didn't have anything against it, but when he gets to that bridge and he just decides to, I don't even know what the hell you call that, just lose his mind on holding out these notes. I get what you're going for, the insane note. He's trying to make you sound like he's going insane by really stretching my vocals as far as they can go and then shouting. It's like, haha, that's super unique and creative, guys. That's never been done before. That's really cool. You sound really good doing it, I promise. Bad, but not like disgustingly bad. 2.5 to a 3. Cole.
Why? Why? Why would you do this to somebody? Why in the world would you? That is just awful. The songwriting is still just a train wreck. His singing is still terrible. I guess it's marginally less terrible, but his screams were offensively bad. I hated every part of that saxophone. I hated the tone because it sounded like it was out of fucking Full House's theme song or some shit. It just sounded so fucking corny. I can't believe that he actually thought that sounded right. And it could have been the greatest saxophone tone of all time. Like, it was played horribly. Like, it was just...
Yeah.
It was so awkward. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how they approved that because, I mean, as far as I'm aware, none of them plays saxophone, so obviously they had a sessions person doing it. I can't believe that got approved and actually ended up on the final result. Yeah, I really think this band, they should be embarrassed by songs like this. I'm feeling like a 1 to a 1.5.
To a 1.5. Very disappointing because the idea here was really cool, and it sounds like some Pink Floyd in their peak at some points. Like like the idea of the song sounds like what something Pink Floyd would have made, but then it's just ruined. Every step of the way, it's get ruined. Yeah, not a fan. All right, chat. Let's see what we got. Kind of vibing with this one. Even bad sax is still better than Roger Waters' voice on late Pink Floyd songs. 7 from Hayag Zeppeli. Bad, but it kept me engaged. A 7 from Lava Jacob. WR Feels Pain. 7 from Cybister. 8 from Wild Palms. 5 from I'm Him. 5.5 from Jonathan. 9, Roger is a fuck up from Rickster. One of the best so far, but still a 5 from Bidet. The sax was so awesome. I love this. Very poor songwriting, though. 6 from Pedro. 11 from Cosmic. There are 5 seconds of horns I enjoyed, so I'll give it a 0.5 from Hugo. 8 from Carnicorn.
God.
Cole sounds like he's hurt.
Roger
I'm
Waters.
hurt. Listen to that. That was painful.
Roger Waters right now is just being a musical terrorist. That is the best way I can describe him right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, Mox. That's it had the classic Floyd elements. It was just done horrifically bad. From 4 out of 10 from Mox, though. Poor Cole is going to get Final Cut PTSD after this. I
Had that a long time
yeah,
ago,
I was gonna say
champ.
he's probably had that for a while. That's what I've always said about this song. It's like cheesy 80s sitcom music, but melancholic. Wow. Fire the Soul, the band.
Can we
and
get
Rage
Richard
the
Wright
Shit.
back? Yeah, I think
Richard
I want
Wright was
Richard back.
Clearly missed at this point. All right, moving on to Paranoid Eyes.
Apparently he was important.
Really?
I guess Roger wasn't aware.
I don't know if he plays saxophone, but he probably could have done better than that guy. Musical terrorist is crazy.
Button your lip
Oh
and
god.
don't let the shield slip.
And
Take a fresh grip on your bulletproof mask. And if they try to break down your disguise,
Incredible
with
how long they've
questions,
written about nothing. Or how long they've been playing nothing.
you can hide, hide, hide.
Richard Wright would never write piano parts this fucking corny.
Behind paranoid eyes.
I can't believe a human being actually makes that noise and is considered a singer.
Put on your brave face and slip over the road for a job.
it's actually hurting me to listen to that.
Fixing your grin as you casually lean on the bar.
Yeah, that's a stupid bar. Or lyric.
Like, what a melody there,
Laughing
Roger.
too loud at the rest of the world with the boys in the crowd.
Crap.
You can hide, hide, hide. Tell you what, mate. Free pass. Play for fun. Behind petrified eyes.
Again, a song about this time appears to be a war vet. I'm him. Great point. Why is every song build up the same? Build up. We want to call it that. It's like 5 seconds, 10 seconds max. I hate these sound effects.
What
This
the
is not
fuck
engaging
even
me.
are these sound effects?
Stories of fame, fortune, and glory.
You go.
Now you're lost in a haze of alcohol,
That Redux
soft
note?
middle age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The pie in the sky turned out to be miles too high.
Decent horns. Pie in the sky turned out to be miles too high.
Hide.
I just reread that lyric and I was like, that's dumber than I thought it was.
This is the
Welcome to these
longest
sound
3
effects,
minute
right?
song of all time.
Behind brown and mild
Because it's
eyes.
so fucking boring.
Roger, when you listen to this song back, or this album,
He does not listen to this shit.
when you went and listened to this, did you actually feel these sound effects somehow engaged you in the environment you were trying to create? Because from an outsider standpoint, they 100%, in fact, they actually took me out of the environment you were trying to create. All right, but Paranoid Eyes, I'll start because I'll be quick. The lyrics were actually decent. Again, I have had very little issues with the lyrics, except for the fact that you have no other topics to talk about, apparently. You have gone completely full war sucks, war bad, all these people get bad things from war. That's all this album seems to be. Again, the ASMR vocals just stop breathing. I hate it. It's awful. You have no vocal melody anymore. It's atrocious. The horns were good, like the horns at the end there, but they were far too short and there was hardly any of it. Outside of that, very disappointed. The sound effects are pointless, stupid, and they have no engagement whatsoever. I feel like I'm getting in the same club as always, but there's another 3. Cole?
I don't really have a lot to add to that. I mean, the melodies are horrible. He doesn't even understand what writing a melody means anymore. I think the lyrics are really boring. His vocals are terrible and make me wildly uncomfortable. Not a single damn thing happened there. That felt so long. That felt like it was 8 minutes, and it was 3 minutes.
It did feel long.
I'm feeling a 0.5 to a 1.
Cole might set the record for his lowest combined score of any album right now. Noah.
You didn't scream on this one.
It's true.
That's good.
One bonus step, didn't scream.
Too bad that this was just so incredibly boring. Nothing happens. In the time of us talking about it, I can't even really remember much about it. Except for him just whispering in my ear.
That is so cringe.
I'm feeling like a 3.
Yeah. I'm kind of probably being too generous, honestly, right now. I think I might be. All right, chat. Also, yeah, I was going to point out that the like Cole said, the melodies are just dog water. The petrified eyes part reminds me of Superman for some reason. All right. What's up, Monda Green? You'd rather listen to Uma Guma? Might not.
I was just
disagree at
thinking
this
that in my head,
point.
if I feel that way.
What's worse? Rick got fired because he couldn't
Yeah.
reliably work or play anything at time due to personal issues. Fair enough. Well,
Because they chose to have an incredibly narrow deadline to make more money.
Very boring
They
song.
chose to have a narrow deadline.
Probably Waters' choice. Seems to be the leader of the band at this point. Very boring song. 2 from Pedro. 4 to 4.5. Part 2 from Carnicorn. 2 from Lava Jacob. Wow is actually amazing and incredibly dog shit. 0.9 out of 10 from Hayag Zeppeli. 3 minutes of nothing. 3 from I'm Him. A 4 from Cybister. I think it's an interesting subject matter, although not a deep or unique one. Still captures me. Okay. Love this one. 9 from Wild Palms. 9 Roger Stop It from Rickster. Rickster, you're giving high ratings, but then telling people to stop it. I'm very confused. 6 from Jonathan. 11 from Cosmic. No worries about it. It's all right, Cosmic. You're allowed to have your opinion. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Don't feel bad about expressing your opinion. Just awful. Roger has no idea what he's doing. 0 without hesitation from WR. Wow. 0. There we go. Underwhelming song with random pretentious sound effects just for the sake of it. He's way too close to the mic. 2.5 from Mox. So true about being the longest 5 minutes. It's all starting to blend together now, which I very much prefer. 2.5 to 3 from Hugo. 2 from Mondegreen. Umaguma sounding pretty good now. You might not be wrong about that. No problem, Cosmic. Thanks so much for coming and enjoy your family time. All songs are 11. Fair enough. Fair enough. I told you they would hate the final cut. I'm not liking it. This is my first listen through, and I am not liking it right now. That's a strong fact. What would you guys rate Complete Silence?
I would want to rate.
Right now, I'm feeling an 8.5 to a 9 on some silence.
Playing nothing right now is actually making me happier than listening to this. So, yeah. Fast forward to the title track. There are only 3 good songs. No, we don't do that. We stick through. All right, up next, get your filthy hands off my...
Unfortunately, we stick through.
Desert. Hey guys, look, it's another
God,
song about
I should have pulled out my vinyl.
Guys, look,
I should have pulled out my Final Cut vinyl.
the new song about war.
Yeah.
Woo! Why do you have a Final Cut vinyl now? Now I really am confused. Why?
Because I also have an Uma Guma vinyl. Because that's funny.
What the hell was that?
The bomb.
Why?
I guess. Because it's about war.
Brezhnev took Afghanistan and Begin took Beirut. Galtieri took the Union Jack. And Maggie, over lunch one day, took a cruiser with all hands, apparently to make him give it back.
Riveting.
Hey, is this a song? Your filthy hands off my... I don't want to take too long on this one.
That mattered.
Maybe the best instrumental on the album, and I'm not even joking. I don't care. 5.5 to a 6. Cole.
That was stupid and corny with bad singing. 3.
Noah.
What Cole said. 3.
I don't even. What is the purpose of this song existing? And a 3 from Wild Palms. All right. Up next, the Fletcher Memorial Home.
Take all your overgrown infants.
I hate War Ass album. Yeah, really.
And build them a home, a little place of their own. The
Interesting
Fletcher
songwriting.
Memorial Home for incurable tyrants and kings.
Very strained, but I at least enjoyed this
They
more
could
than the ASMR
appear
voice.
to themselves every day.
Yeah, 'cause it's like the middle ground
Yeah.
between this and yelling.
On closed circuit TV
Did you just forget how to write a melody, vocal melody?
to make sure they're still real.
I kind of enjoy this one.
It's the only connection they feel. Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Don't know what the fuck happens here though.
Reagan and Haig, Mr. Bacon and friend, Mrs. Thatcher, the Paisley, Mr. Brezhnev and party, the ghost of McCarthy, and the memories of Nixon. And now, adding color, a group of anonymous Latin American meatpacking glitterati. Did they expect us to treat them with any respect? We can polish their medals
And we're back to
sharpen their
ASMR.
smiles, and abuse themselves playing games for a while.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, bang, bang. Lie down, you're dead.
Brilliant
Okay.
lyrics.
They get the good part.
So
Let's go.
bored.
Hell yeah.
Safe in the permanent gaze of a cold glass
It's a nice
eye.
45 seconds there.
Their favorite toy. They'll be good girls and boys in the Fletcher Memorial Home for colonial wasters of life and limb.
I don't like this as much as I remember.
Are you having a nice time, Noah?
That solo was worse than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not
I'm not-
particularly eventful.
Now the final
Oh.
solution can be applied.
Roger talking about Final Solutions. There's a little preview of his future.
Yeah, I can't wait for his final solution he's gonna come to. Leaving the fucking band.
All right. Well, that was the Fletcher Memorial Home. Cole, let's have you go first. It's been a minute.
Um, no, when the song it's like probably a minute into the song, Noah was like, "Oh, this one's actually good," and I was like, "Huh." Well, I don't really remember most of this album because I never listened to it. Because the last time I did listen to it, I hated it. So let me see, and then it didn't happen. The good part that I was expecting to come never really came, and then he was like, "Oh, this part's the good part," and it did a little guitar solo, and I was like, I mean,
And then I took it back because I realized that
that
it
was
wasn't that
just
good.
like the most whatever David Gilmour solo. He may have played like 10 notes. Now, you don't have to play a lot of notes to be a good solo, but just like he just kept repeating shit. I was like, I mean, it wasn't awful, but that was just like, I don't know. That's the solo you came up with, really? I am well aware of the fact that you can do a lot better than that, buddy. Um, and that was the best part of the song, still, because good God, the rest of that was so boring. Still bad singing. I've said that about every song. I'm gonna say it about every song. Um, yeah, just so dull and uneventful, completely devoid of emotion. Uh, 3.5 to a 4.
Noah.
Yeah, I didn't like that one as much as I originally thought. Not very interesting. Solo was mid, and it was still probably the best part of the song. Rod, God, Roger Waters just fucking blows, dude. Straight up, he just fucking blows. He can't write. He can't sing.
Not at this point.
He can't play instruments. What does he do here? What does he do at this point?
The lyrics aren't terrible.
God. Why couldn't he have gotten booted out after the wall instead of fucking Richard, dude? Honestly. God. 4.5, I guess.
So I guess well, okay, two things. One, the solo was monumentally the best part of the song because we finally get a break from Roger. After a long stretch of just Roger ruining songs, we get a little bit of a reprieve, even if it's nowhere near his best solo, not even fucking close. In fact, it's pretty okay from him. It's so nice to not have to hear Roger for a minute that I'm just like, yes, please take me for 45 seconds to a minute and just get me off of this. Outside of that, lyrically it's fine. Nothing special though. It's okay. Roger's just what we've talked about the rest of the entire album. He's just vocal melodies out the window, vocal talent out the window, just throw random shit at a wall. Kind of sounds, and you know what? I would say it's not even random shit at the wall because this whole album's had one single theme to it. He never has made a single song off of that theme. It's all about that. It's not even a concept album either. It's very
This is
fucking
the
stupid.
shit they threw at the wall that didn't stick.
Yes, exactly. They just gathered it in a little bucket and it's like, this is your album. Here you go. I don't know. It was nice to hear something other than Roger for a fucking minute at least. Even though it's a 4-minute long song. 4.5 to a 5. Chat. Let us see what we think. Look at Cole. Yeah, he was. Why can't David sing? I have absolutely no idea.
Because there's an egomaniac
Because
running the
Roger,
band right
yeah.
now.
Exactly, because Roger's ego is the size of the wall.
We've had 2 solos out of, I think we're at 10 songs now. 6.5 from Wild Palms. Thank you, Gilmore. 4 out of 10 from Lava Jacob. 1.5 from Jonathan. Not a fan. 6.5 to 7 from Side Bester. Best so far is 6 from Bidet. Boom, boom, bang, bang. Oh my god, I forgot about that part. Jesus.
Lie down, you're dead. Boom, boom.
6 from I'm Him. Am I hearing a melody here? Nice effort, Mr. Waters. 5.5 to a 6 from Monday Green. 9 to England from Rickster. 5 from a Hayag Zeppeli. 6 from Because the Gilmore Solo from Sander. Abysmal singing. Good part. Songwriting is bad. 4.5 from Pedro. That's all Roger. That's all Roger would give him in that song. Yeah, it's really sad actually. I'm okay with the song. It's attempt to create a song here. Gilmore Solo was not much of a factor. It was pretty mid. 5.5 to 6 from Hugo. 7.5 from Carnicorn. Actually, no, I kind of did enjoy that overall. 6.5 from Hugo. Noah is right. I still love Roger, but this sucks from I'm him. He was so good in the set of innings. It's weird how far he fell in a short amount of time. Well, it was 4 years.
Right.
But yeah. David declined to sing. I would love to hear.
I didn't want to be remembered for being part of this.
I would love to ask his thoughts about this album.
We got 4 more songs.
David released a solo album before this. Fucking throttles this. Holy shit. It's not even that great of an album. This gets fucked.
All right, up next, Southampton Dock. At least we're almost to the only real
They
good song I've
disembarked in 45.
Oh, an
No one
acoustic
spoke,
ballad
no
with
one
Roger.
smiled.
That's what we all wanted.
There were too many spaces in the line.
Microphone here.
I swear I've heard this
you
melody
here.
before.
Gathered at the cenotaph, all agreed with hand on heart to sheathe the sacrificial knives. But now she stands upon
Hey, Roger.
Southampton Dock
You're here.
with her handkerchief
Let's go here.
and her summer frock.
I swear I've heard this progression on 3
Roger,
different songs.
What do you mean you want reverb on these 2 words for no fucking reason at all?
In quiet,
And a random
Okay.
horn on a boat.
knuckles white upon the slippery reins.
What upon the
She bravely waved.
Bro, sounds like he's getting
boys
pegged while singing.
again.
Literally.
Oh my lord, this is embarrassing.
I guess I'm not really surprised at this point. Oh. What are we
Oh,
getting
somebody
here?
calls the repeating melodies the motif, and in reality,
Still
he's
the
just
dark
out of
stain
ideas.
Spreads between their shoulder blades.
That was the build? That's
A mute
That was Roger on him.
of the poppy fields.
So this album just pisses me off, man.
we haven't had a single build
When
this
the
entire album.
fight was over, we spent what they had made, but in the bottom of our hearts, we felt the final cut.
Wow, that
Oh
was a
my
terrible
gosh, she said
melody.
the thing.
He's gonna say the thing again too.
The next one's the title of
That'll
the
be your point.
Southampton Dock.
You should rename Not Now John to Not Now Roger. and just
Uh,
call
Let me
it the title
go.
of the
I'll be
album.
really quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't even really have much to say.
Instrumental sounds like stock. It sounds like stock music. Is incredibly uneventful, and I swear it's happened 3 times already. The same progression. This dude he's just not a good writer at this point. Especially when it comes to like writing the actual music and not the lyrics. He is not good. David Gilmour fucking runs circles around him as an instrumental writer. And it's unfortunate he didn't want to contribute as much, apparently. But I get not wanting to be associated too much with what's going on. 3.
Yeah, I don't really know what the difference is between this and half of the album. We've had the exact same progression of basically no builds to a stoppage of all song music, and then a slight increase in Roger's vocals with a slight increase in the instrumental for like 5 seconds, and then we take it all away again and rip it from you so you don't get any build and no progression. And then you go back to the soft verses. Start out as an acoustic ballad, which nobody wanted or asked for. Roger Waters is doing the lispy singing again. There's nothing to add here if we haven't already said. 3 is a perfectly okay rating. Cole.
Yeah, I'm just gonna agree with y'all. It's so boring and it's so bad. It's so poorly written. 2.5 to a 3.
After 3. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see what chat said. Absolute snooze fest. I don't know who that guy in the back was, but it sounded like Roger was singing while getting
Roger.
pegged. So
It was Roger
poor guy.
screaming.
Roger mutilated this album. The instrumentals aren't even that bad. The instrumental on this one was okay, but I don't really care about
So
it. It's just boring.
uneventful.
Yeah, it's just no progression.
They're only there to service his pointless ramblings.
It's super sad because they have some of the greatest instrumentals of all time. 4 from Carnicorn. Cy Bister gives it a 9. Wow, very big fan. It's my least favorite Floyd song of all time. 0 from High Hag Zeppeli. 3 from I'm Him. Roger doesn't know how to make this kind of music. He knows how to write simple but good lyrics and sick riffs. He used to, at least. This is another 0 from WR. 1 from Mox. 9 without vocals from Rickster. It's not bad, however, the drama portrayed in this feels self-pitying. 3 from Jonathan. 5 from Pedro. 1 from Sander. Only good vocal inflection he pulled off was the second to last line of the song. Most generic song Pink Floyd made up to this point. 3 from Hugo. Like, nobody cares about your drama. Yeah, I mean, that's been the biggest issue. It's just, it's so generic and so dramatic without actually being emotional. It's just, like, it's such forced drama on this album. All right. Title track.
Through the fish-eyed lens of tear-stained eyes.
The UK told its citizens they would never go to Oregon, and here they were going to Oregon.
I can barely define.
Again, the message is not really the
shape
problem
of this
we're
moment
conveying here.
in time.
The lyrics aren't nearly compelling enough for me to care.
High in clear blue skies, I'm spiraling down.
I feel like this is what I would sing. This is how I would sing if I was drunk.
I wonder how much of this album is drunk for.
Drunk on power.
We got the first
Man.
good vocal melody on
Right?
the album.
Oh, God, great. Yeah, you're right. Holy
His singing
shit.
is still bad.
It's actually interesting lyrically.
Oh my God.
It's like written and thought out.
a vocal and an instrumental melody that works together.
Good jump scare.
Wow.
A transition that made sense.
He's doing a different vocal tone finally. Wow, there.
Still rough vocally.
He wonders if you're sleeping with your newfound faith. Could anybody love you?
It's very 80s.
Or is it just a crazy dream?
We made it. A song.
A real song.
And if I show
This
you the
lyric.
dark side,
This is pretty cringe.
If I would show you
you
my
still hold me
Oh, so edgy.
tonight.
Why would you say that?
Yeah,
Like, why would
pretty
you
awful.
say that like that?
If I
Open my heart.
We don't need two of them, Ryan.
Show you my weak side.
How did the microphone even pick him up singing that quietly?
How is he?
Would you sell your story to Rolling Stone? Would you take the children away
Why are we at it?
and leave me alone? And smile in reassurance as you whisper down the phone. Would you send me packing?
I don't know why that was.
Or would you take me home?
So over dramatic, man.
Not that was a decent lyric.
Just then the phone
A
rang.
little edgy.
I never had the nerve to make the final cut.
My.
I like the outro there. All right. Title track, the final cut. Let's start with Cole.
Well, this is one of 2 songs on this album that I don't think sucks ass. Because for the first time on this album, he actually wrote a real song with like structure and direction and a purpose, and it felt like the transitions mostly made sense. And really, the only thing that was bad about it, I mean, the production's a little corny, but like the only problem is just his singing. But like, this is the best singing he's done so far. It's still not good, and I still think it detracts from the quality of the song. But it's the best so far on this album. It's the best Roger's gonna sing on this album. The guitar solo was good by Gilmore. Is actually somewhat memorable and a little emotional. The lyrics at certain points were solid, and it had the first good vocal melody on the album. So yay! I think if somebody else had sung this could actually be like a really, really great song. Roger's vocals do hurt it though, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It could have been like a 9 though.
Well, that was the first time I've heard that song. I was pleasantly surprised. There's like Cole said, he talked about the vocal and instrumental melody, an actual melody happening for both. That Roger was doing pretty well on. His vocals were better than most of this album, by far better than most of this album. Still not great, but better than pretty much everything. The lyrics I thought were actually the best part of this for my take. I thought the last verse was very good lyrically. I really enjoyed some of the bars there. Some of the moments where he goes like, and he ends where he goes like cut or duck or anything where he just like splats out a word at the very end of a line. That still aggravates the hell out of me, but at least he wasn't doing his ASMR bullshit on this song. Cool, but very boring guitar solo. Very poor effort from David here. Didn't really even go into it much. Cool tone, but outside of that, I mean, just nothing happens in the solo, so very disappointing. Clearly, David's given up at this point of giving a single shit about this album, so I'm not surprised, but it is kind of whack. Outside of that, it's fine. I have no issues with it. 7. Noah.
Yep, we made it. We got a good one. It only took until almost the end of the album, but we got a good song. Notice how this song is eons more interesting? Because he's not just reverberating the same shit lyrics over and over again.
Yeah.
He's actually talking about different things. Wow. That's all it took. That and like actual good, unique, new melodies. And we got a good song. I mean, David didn't do his half.
No.
But Roger hasn't done his half until this part of the fucking album, so it's okay. I don't blame you, David. It's okay. I wouldn't care either. Yeah, there's a couple cringe lines in there. But overall, it's fine. Vocals, yeah, they're still not great, but it's the best so far. I'll take what I can get at this point. That's a 7.5, 2 and 8.
7.5, 2 and 8. All right, chat. Let's see what Gilmore's like la dee da dee da. Now it's all 6.5 from Jonathan, 7 from I'm a Him, 7 from Sander. First good song, better than the last solo, but still sounds a bit half-assed for a Gilmore solo from Hugo. 9.1 from Rickster, 9 from Wild Palms, 7 from Lava Jacob. Final Cut is an amazing song. Honestly, not expecting this incredible guitar solo. Incredible guitar solo. Okay.
It's a bit much.
That's a crazy opinion.
Ain't no time.
9 from Pedro.
Yeah.
8 from Hayahag. Even the okay song on Bad Album sounds awesome. 9 from Carnicorn. Not too shabby. If it was anyone but Roger, I reckon I have this in my playlist. From 7 from Mox. 9.5 from Cybister. Still not impressed. 4.5 to a 5 from Monda Green. 6.5 to 7 from Bidet. It's a comfortably numb clone / recycled flow idea, but used appropriately in a different context, which makes sense. 6.5 from Jonathan. Man, he made music and shit. 7.5 from Hugo. 7 from Hey One. And Nanda solo fits the vibe. I completely disagree. I think that solo was whack, but that's
Interesting
okay.
little comment here. Nope,
Hold
guess
on,
I'll
though.
wait.
Thank you very much, Alan Weinstein, for the $10 super chat. The last song, yeah, it was good. The final cut. I assume you're referring to the final cut title track. It was. Thank you, and I agree with that. It was a good song. Certainly better than what we've had on this. But thank you for staying around. I hope you enjoyed the stream, even if this album's been a bit rough. Thank you guys so much. W's in the chat for Alan Weinstein.
All right.
$10 super chat. Noah.
So, Cybister. Let's go over this comment. David was bored just collecting paychecks and profiting off the Pink Floyd brand. But then the moment they do it without Roger Waters, he files the sue. He sues them for using the Pink Floyd name. So who was really trying to profit off the Pink Floyd brand?
Okay. Well,
when you fucking sue your band for continuing.
Big ups to Alan. And here's what I'll say. If you guys want to argue about that, join our Discord, and you can argue with Noah about it all you want. Links in the description below. But yes, thank you so much, Alan Weinstein, for the $10 super chat for both of them. Shout out to you. Hope you've been enjoying it. And we have to move on now to Not Now John, the only song off the album I had heard.
He's here.
A real singer.
I mean,
so much better.
It's interesting what he's singing, but he's back.
Do you think he said so fuck all that because he had heard the rest of the album?
I hope so. Oh boy.
That is really funny. Couldn't help yourself, could you? I had to do it still, didn't you? Bastard.
Make 'em stay. Make 'em feel okay.
Change the word John to Roger. Oh, he's so much better at singing. That Roger writing this.
Gilmore, my man.
Oh, that fucking reverb hits on this.
Oh, goodness. Just drop.
God, maybe Dave was bored because he wasn't allowed to shoot shit until now. Holy, I miss him.
God, it's just so much different when he's playing.
Oh, John, I think there's something good. I used to read books, but
There's so many effects on his voice. I don't even know what he's saying.
could be reusable shoes.
Now everybody just go a little too crazy.
So funny, right? Well, maybe not him.
Guys, waiting for the worms is just a character, I promise.
He's a different guy,
In
man.
the flesh.
Yeah, in the flesh, it's just a character, guys. I promise.
Say it in the flesh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of just slowly understand like less and less of what he's saying at the end of the song.
I love it. That's
Does
probably
anyone
to
know
make
why,
yourself insane.
thematically speaking, that David sings on this song? Because if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't sing a word before this song, and then all of a sudden he's the lead singer.
No, there's one.
I don't know
one
why.
Part he did like a chorus or something on earlier.
I don't
All right,
recall
I'll start
singing
real quick
anything.
because this is the only song off this album I had heard. I love this song. This is crazy. It's funny. It's stupid. It's got cool lyrics in it, and it's got David Gilmour back. And not only does it have David Gilmour back, he also kicks ass on a solo. This solo is fucking easily the best on the album. It shits on everything else. This is a fantastic written song. It actually sounds like a Pink Floyd song. It sounds like some of the things they have done in their past. David Gilmour shows how clearly superior at this point he is vocally to Roger, and that's not even fucking close. And you can easily tell the difference because as soon as Roger comes in, you get depressed and you're like, oh, this is just bad again. And even Roger's little fucking filter he has on everything, it kind of works with the silliness of this song, how many sound effects that's going on, all the different stuff that's happening. But the instrumental also helps that as well. I think this is a fantastic song, extremely well written. I have no idea why Roger's ego allowed this one to happen, but glad it did. 9.5, 9 to a 9.5. No.
Maybe the key to getting the best out of Gilmour was, like actually getting him involved in the songs.
Maybe.
Maybe he didn't care because all he was getting to do was play 2 solos, and now he finally gets to sing. And man, I am happy for the return of my boy. Little young lusty, but I don't fucking care. I get a good song. It's been a minute.
It has.
He sounds great. Lyrics, they're there. They are there.
They're funny.
they're yeah, I mean, they're funny to look back at, but
After an entire
at the
album
same
of
time, I
Roger
feel like
depressing himself with lyrics, this is a very good break.
I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck is going on in this guy's head to come up with this shit? Really good solo. It definitely felt much more inspired, and felt much more. It just felt you could feel that he cared more on the solo. I don't know how to describe it, but you could just tell. The sound effects go a little too crazy
A little bit.
at some points near the end, but It's not enough to really hurt the song that much. That's an 8.5.
8.5. Cole.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. I mean, well, it's the best song on the album so far. Spoiler, it's gonna be. It is essentially. I mean, it's like what T for One is to Since I've Been Loving You. It's at least compared to Young Lust. It's basically just Young Lust 2.0. But at least Young Lust is a good song. I wouldn't say it's quite as good as Young Lust is, but it's better than everything else on this album. So, and our glorious vocal king David Gilmour gets to actually do stuff.
It's to
And
rock
he's
out
so
a bit.
much. He's 25 times better at singing than Roger Waters is. I
At
don't know. It
this
might be
point,
underplaying it a little
yes.
bit. Might be underplaying it a little bit. Fun energy. No idea what the fuck this song is about.
No, I don't know.
He says a lot of countries and shit, and I mean war something. I don't really know. I don't really care. Roger still has to come in and fuck it up a little bit with his useless vocals. But it's good. It's fun. Good guitar solo as well. Fun little.
What are you giving it? You lagged out.
I'm giving it an 8.
Ah, got it. All right.
We did it.
We are not done yet.
Yeah, no, but Cole gave something like a good to great level song rating.
Grades are usually I would reserve the term grade for 8.5 or higher.
All right. Chat. 6.5 to 7 from Cy Bister, who is apparently not a big a fan as the rest of his album. I had fun. 8+ from I'm Him. David sings this fucking so hard it sounds like it's directly to Roger. 9.5 from Hey One. Okay, Pink Floyd. Never really liked it. The best Final Cut song though. 7 from a High Hags Zapelli. The song is just so bad. My least favorite song on the album. 1 from Pedro. Wow. Okay. 9.9 from Rickster. 8.5. Best song on the album from Sander. 8 from Wild Palms. 8 from Lava Jacob. 8 from Carnicorn. Sick Little Tune. 8 from Mox. 7.5 from Dull School Only. 8 high 8. It's a sick track from WR. I don't know if I love the construction noise in the background, but my god, the vocals and the instrumental take a dramatic upturn. Solo fucks well. 8 to an 8.5 from Hugo. All right, we have made it to the final song on the final cut. Two Suns in the Sunset.
Can you imagine being Roger Waters in the studio with that female choir and just be like, all right, I just want y'all to sing the word bingo and hold it for a... It must have been amusing.
Yeah, that was a crazy take from Pedro. I don't know.
In my rearview mirror, the sun is going down. Sinking behind bridges in the road. I think of all the good things
Those keyboards are corny.
that we have left undone.
Acoustic guitar is corny.
And I suffer premonitions, confirm suspicions of the Holocaust
What?
to come.
Okay.
It's a really weird instrumental for
Bump,
Clarence.
bump, bump is really corny.
The rust
Yeah, it's like- Reminds me of a Cat Stevens song.
that keeps the anger in. Gives way, and suddenly it's day again. The sun is in the east, even though the day is done. Two suns in the sunset. Could be the human race is right.
no. Hell yeah. Got the inhale scream in there.
And you'll never see their faces. You have no recourse to the law anymore. As the windshield melts and my tears evaporate,
And this song is so fucked.
leaving only charcoal to defend. Finally, I understand the feelings of the few. Ashes and diamonds, foe and friend. We were all equal in the end.
Kenny G!
Boy, I saw some of the worst takes I have ever seen about Pink Floyd in the chat on this one. Holy.
I did see a couple rough ones.
All right. That was Two Suns in the Sunset. Also, the last song on the final cut. Noah, start you.
Majority of the instrumental, pretty whatever. It sounds like a offshoot Cat Stevens or like Blood on the Tracks song, like something that wasn't good enough to make the album. Lyrics are good. Probably the best lyrics on the album. Really messed up, but they're good. He's just in his edgelord era on this album. The bridge was pretty cool. Again, the vocals are not as bad as they've been for the majority of songs, but still not great either. I'll give that a 5.5.
Oh.
Fortunately, I'm not going to be as positive as Noah was because what I was like. I mean, not that Not Now John is like as good as doing drugs would be, I would imagine, but like, what a come down from such a high.
Wow. That's a way of wording it.
Well, we had a good song, and then we had a good song. We had a really, really bad song. Because all the problems that I have with all the other songs that I didn't like are once again right here, back in full action. Terrible singing, boring melodies, boring instrumental, terrible saxophone tone. The playing was okay, I guess, but it was just so painfully corny. I mean, I guess lyrics are alright. I wasn't really paying that much attention to them because they weren't gonna save it. Yeah, just bad writing and really bad singing. I guess one of the lesser offensive songs, but nothing I will ever listen to again, hopefully. 3.5 to a 4.
The one word that kept coming to my mind about this instrumental was how fucking cheesy it sounded. The saxophone only made it worse when it came in. It created an atmosphere of like an 80s sitcom movie. And I get this album was from the 80s, but the 80s was a horrible era for most music, and this did not help it, because this instrumental, when you read the lyrics, this instrumental and these lyrics do not match up in the slightest, and they don't benefit each other from being one of those like contrasting instrumentals with the lyrics. Like, no, they don't even make any sense. The saxophone also feels very out of place, extremely out of place on this song, and I don't really even get the purpose of it existing. The lyrics are cool. They're very cool to read, and they're very dark, and they're very timid, and Noah might be right. They might be the best on the album, but it really doesn't matter if the rest of the song doesn't play to the lyrics whatsoever. If you're not singing in a tone that makes the lyrics actually effective. Like Roger sounds like he's like almost like happy at the end of the song, which is really fucking weird.
I think it's intentional.
Yeah, and it's bad because it makes no sense, because like the lyrics are not meant to be happy at all. So I don't understand this contrastment that they're doing here.
Well, it's like Free 4 off of Obscured by Clouds. It's meant to be contrasting.
Yeah, but it's not benefiting like Free 4 did. This doesn't even lead me to be happy. It just leads me to feel like it's cheesy and corny sounding. So I don't, mainly cheesy. It just sounds very 80s sitcom-ish. It doesn't fit with like the style of this album at all. It feels actually very off-putting for the style of this album. And I think it's a terrible closer, honestly. It really doesn't make any sense on this album at all. I don't have a whole lot good to say about it. I guess Roger didn't sound horrible, but he's still doing the ASMR stuff at the very end. Nah, not really a whole lot good. I'm going to give it a 3. It doesn't fit. It doesn't seem, even as a singular song, it doesn't fit in itself. It's just structurally weird, instrumentally weird. Okay, let's see what chat thought, though. This is best Pink Floyd lyrics. Wow.
No,
It's
Wow,
not.
that is a
Not at
crazy opinion.
that's my
Not even. Golly, they probably
Wow.
have 40 better songs in this lyrically, if not more.
Okay, you're both
this is
you're
not
both lagging a lot.
echoes or
Just
dogs.
chill for a second. The sax is so out of place. Remind him. Agreed. You don't need it to be that loud. Yeah, it was also extremely overbearing and taking over the song. It was very odd. Good song still. 8 out of 10. Definitely better than the rest from High Hagsapelli. I completely disagree with that. 6 from I'm Him. 6 from Hey One. Siri plays smooth jazz. 5 from Monday Green. 7 from Lava Jacob. 9 from Rickster. Really good song, one of the favorites on the album. 8 from Pedro. 7 from Average Listener. 7 because of the lyrics in Bidet. A somewhat dark and macabre coda of the Pink Floyd Mark II era. 8 out of 10 from Sander. It's like Roger was interested in doing everything except the things he was good at with this album. Drums and lyrics are decent. 7.5 from Mox. This is easily a competitor for 5 to 8 outside the big Pink Floyd albums. I have a couple others I'd rather listen to, but I understand if people place it higher. All right, Cybister, you've had a very high opinion of this whole album. 8 out of 10, a closure from the Cold War scenario for Waters from Piloto. 10, one of my favorite Floyd songs from Wild Palms. 8.5 from Cybister. 5.5 to 6. It just sounds kind of whatever to me. The sax is not needed from Hugo. Disagree with the 80s take. Fair enough. If you don't have kids, you can't relate to what a kid screaming daddy actually elicits. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I have absolutely... Are you talking about where he says daddy, daddy in the song? Like,
There's
okay.
a little
It's like
kid in the background.
1
that says
second.
Yeah, it really didn't do much. It's not like their settings album sound like the Brady Bunch, so this album has no excuse to sound like Full House. That's a fucking great opinion. Holy shit. I couldn't have worded that better if I tried. Nice, great take, WR. You gave the song a 2 earlier. All right, Jonathan. Okay, there we go. It is final rankings time, boys.
Yay!
So happy it's over.
Get their call. Final rankings time. For those of you who've never been here or any new subscribers, what we do is we take our top 3 songs of the album, we put them in order, we give the album a 1 to 10 ranking, and we rate the Pink Floyd songs that we have done up until now. Who would like to start? Pink Floyd albums we've done up until now, not songs. Fuck my time. Noah?
I can
you have
go
your hand up.
first.
Oh, Cole wants to take
Or
it.
no, I didn't know Noah had his hand up. He can go first. It's fine.
Yeah,
Cole,
you gotta raise your hand.
mic is fucked, Cole. You need to stop whatever you're doing. You're using the wrong mic all of a sudden, because I can hear everything. Or you turned off noise suppression. Yeah, we can hear everything. You need to fix that ASAP. No, go ahead.
Anyway, at 3, I'll go Two Suns in the Sunset. 2, Final Cut. 1, Not Now, John. Everything outside of the final 3 songs was poor and below average. This album is a slog to get through. Roger Waters really just comes off incredibly whiny and unbearable for the vast majority of this thing. He doesn't sound good. The instrumentals just sound like they're just completely lacking of any form of inspiration or creativity. This thing tries to feel emotional very often and elicit emotion, but in reality, it does the absolute opposite. This is a void of emotion for the vast majority of it. This album, I can't believe people like it. It's fucking insane to me. I'm feeling a 3.5 to a 4.
Oh, with a 3.5 to a 4. All right. Cole, you seem ready to go next. You're up.
I can go last.
Oh, okay. All right, shit. I guess I'll go next. Yeah, the top 3 of this album stick out like a sore thumb because they're so much better than everything else on this album. It's not even close, even though they're not great. My number 3 is The Post-War Dream. My number 2 is title track, Final Cut, and number 1 is easily Not Now, John. It's just fucking fantastic. It's easy as hell to rank this one. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with a lot of what Noah said. I'd never heard this album. This is his first time. I'd heard you guys hating on Roger Waters for his vocals for a long time now, and I never truly knew exactly why you hate it so much until I heard this album. This was just... I don't even know what to think, what the hell they were thinking. I really don't. Probably the most annoying part of this album was you took one of the best bands of all time in terms of progressions, builds, and tension building, and you just threw all of that out the window and just put a bunch of songs that have no progression, a build that's basically non-existent, and then throw random hooks and random choruses out of trying to, like Noah said, trying to create fake drama and trying to make emotion, not fake drama, but trying to be dramatic, and by trying to create this emotional feeling throughout this album, you pushed it too hard and you tried to be too dramatic, and it ended up just sounding fake and unoriginal and uninspiring. And everything Roger Waters did from a vocalist perspective, especially on the first half of the album, it didn't give that emotional feel the lyrics were written, he wrote down were. It sounded fake. It sounded over dramatized. Everything he did was over dramatized on this album. Through the majority of it, Night Night John is easily the best song, and it's mainly because David's just having fun. He's not trying to be dramatic. He's not trying to be too real. He's singing the lyrics and he's having fun on it. That's like the best break we get on the entire album. Very disappointed in this album. I feel like there are some songs on here that could have been some Pink Floyd classics, but they absolutely were failures. And also, it just doesn't even sound like a Pink Floyd album to me in many different ways. It sounds very unlike them. This is a pretty big disappointment for me. I'm gonna give this a 3. Cole.
At 3, I mean, I gave a handful of songs like a 3.5 to a 4. I couldn't care less which one you put at 3. I don't give a shit. Pick a random one. Don't care.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pick one. Okay. Anyway. To the title track and number 1, Not Now, John. So much that I hate about this. Outside of 2 songs, there's not a single good moment. There's nothing memorable. There's nothing interesting. I mean, maybe there's an interesting lyric here and there, but I didn't hear him. Roger's vocals are generationally dog shit. I think this proves him to be one of the worst rock singers that has ever lived. At least one of the worst rock singers of all time at this point. He just absolutely butchers these songs. But even if someone else was singing them, the instrumentals are so boring and lifeless and completely devoid of any emotion that it's not like this would be some great album if somebody else was singing it. It would just be like boring.
Yeah, the songwriting is just a failure for most of the
The
album.
songwriting is an absolute travesty. The transitions make no sense. He's completely forgotten what made Pink Floyd a compelling band in the first place. The production is like weirdly inconsistent there's a lot of mixing issues that I don't understand considering they hadn't had a single production. I wouldn't really say they had any major production issues in like a decade. So I don't know what the hell happened here with just like weird moments of why is that so quiet? I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't really find the concept of this album to be particularly fascinating. He just kind of rambles for most of it and comes off as, like Noah said, it's just really whiny. He has a lot of different vocal styles on this album, and I think they're all bad, which is impressive how he could choose only, like, everything he tried to do was an utter failure from a singing standpoint. Yeah, I thought going into this that I'd be like, all right, it's probably not as bad as you remember it being, but like it's maybe a little bit worse. I didn't remember the songwriting being that bad,
Good
but
lord.
it is. I'm gonna give it like a 1.5 to a 2.
Oh, holy!
I think this album is a train wreck.
I can't really disagree.
And
with
if it
you.
weren't for the title track and Not Now John, it would really be, yeah, it'd be lower. I don't know how much lower, but it would certainly be lower.
Fair enough. Okay, well, it's time to rank their discography up until this point. Noah, you started, so you get to rank their discography to start.
All right. 12. I guess I'll go Umaguma at 12. 11 is the final cut. 10 is More. 9 is Piper. 8, Obscured by Clouds. 7, Saucerful of Secrets. 6, The Wall. 5, Atom Heart Mother. 4, Metal. 3, Dark Side of the Moon. 2, Wish You Were Here. 1, Animals.
You have a wild ranking. No, you should have an absolutely wild,
An accurate
ranking.
one.
Okay, my top 12 of the Pink Floyd discography. Being that this was my first listen to the final cut, I had to throw it in there, trying to figure out what I ranked the other things. But we go on. Number 12 is going to be Umaguma. This is not their worst album in my opinion. Umaguma was absolute dog water and didn't have any redeeming factors. 11 is the final cut though. Yeah, that was really rough. 10 is Piper, 9 is Atom Heart Mother, 8 is Saucerful of Secrets, 7 is More, 6 Obscured by Clouds, 5 Metal, 4 The Wall, 3 Dark Side of the Moon, 2 is Animals, and number 1 Wish You Were Here, which is probably, unless some momentary lapse of reason blows my mind, or Division Bell, I don't see Wish You Were Here changing as their best album. But we shall see. Cool.
Alrighty. At number 12, I'm going to go with Umaguma. 11 is the final cut. 10, Piper. 9, Saucer. 8, More. 7, Atom Heart Mother. 6, Obscured by Clouds. 5 is The Wall. 4 is Metal. 3, Dark Side. 2, Wish You Were Here. And number 1 is Animals.
Well, there we have it. There is our Pink Floyd discography ranking up until the final cut. We have 3 more Pink Floyd studio albums to go. I'm not sure if we're going to do all 3 of them. I know Endless River was a 2014 one, and I don't know if that's something we're going to add in, but we do have Momentary Lapse of Reason and Division Bell left. I believe we're going to do those. We shall see. thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. That was the final cut. That is a hard album for some people to listen to. Some people seem to really enjoy it though, and for the people who do enjoy it, I'm very happy for you. I don't get it, but I'm very happy for you. And if you want to discuss why you think the final cut is way better than we think it is, join our Discord and come yell at us and tell us why. Give your arguments, put your own Pink Floyd discography rankings in our Discord. We have a whole chat designed for your hot takes or your music rankings. Go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Also hit the bell if you guys enjoyed and you want to catch us live on our next stream. We stream all our album reviews, also all our song reviews. Our next album review is going to be a paid album request for a Genesis album, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, links in the description below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Okie dokie, chat. Hard album.
Thanks for sticking this one out.
Yeah.
Discord has been brutal for this one.
Brutal. Discord has been really brutal. I don't really know what's going on, honestly. It's very odd. I don't know if anyone else is having Discord issues out there in chat land, but yeah, it's been rough. All right, let's see what chat gave the album overall. Smash your mom's like button. Hot. Unless Endless River is as boring as I'm told it is, this is probably their worst album. A 4 out of 10 from Monday Green. Hugo, 1 Not Not John, 2 The Final Cut, 3 Fletcher Memorial Home. Boy, the first 2/3 of this album rivals Disc 2 of Uma Guma. The fact that all the good songs are at the end really save it. 3.5 to 4. Lava Jacob, 3 2 Suns and Sunset, 2 The Final Cut, 1 Not Not John. Good final 3 songs, but 2.5 out of 10. This album had only one song that I might return to. 5+ out of 10 from I'm Him. That's because it's more of a personal project by Waters, hardly a Pink Floyd record. Yeah, but they had the whole band on it, so you got to call it a Pink Floyd album, and they call it a Pink Floyd album, so there you go. I'm really struggling to think of what is worse between this and Uma Guma. Yeah, it was a little difficult for me as well. 6 out of 10 album, 1 Not Now John, 2 Sunsets and the Sun, 2 Suns and Sunset, 3 Final Cut from Sander. Actually, there's not much rock on the album. It's done. Wow. Okay, somebody dropped their whole discog ranking. Sander, 1 Wish You Were Here, 2 Animals, 3 Dark Side, 4 The Wall, 5 Metal, 6 Adam Heart Mother, 7 Obscured, 8 Piper, 9 Uma Guma Live, and 10 Saucer from Sander. Thank you guys. Thank you, Cybister, for coming. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know you were a big fan of this album, so it must have been hard watching us trash it, but I'm very glad you stuck around with us even through our opinions on this album. So I hope you enjoyed that. And also, I hope you join our Discord as well and tell us why we're stupid. There you go. 11 The Final Cut, 12 more, 13 Uma Guma Studio. All right, Sander. No freaking way a Genesis album. Indeed, we have a paid album request to do a Genesis album. So stay tuned for that, Pedro. 12 is Uma Guma, 11 more, 10 The Final Cut, 9 Piper, 8 Saucer, 7 Adam Heart Mother, 6 Obscured, 5 Metal, 4 Wall, 3 Animals, 2 Wish You Were Here, 1 Dark Side from I'm Him. Glad you're happy, Pedro. Hugo, 1 The Wall, 2 Dark Side, 3 Animals, 4 Wish You Were Here, 5 Metal, 6 Adam Heart Mother, 7 Obscured, 8 Saucer, 9 Piper, 10 more, 11 Uma Guma, and 12 The Final Cut. Hugo putting The Final Cut at their worst album, even above worse than Uma Guma. Thank you, Jonathan, for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. I'm so hyped for the Genesis stream. Well, I'm happy to hear it. WR, 1 Not Now, 2 Tigers, 3 The Final Cut. Interesting pick. Endless River is tasteless, works the same way as a personal project by Rick Wright as was Final Cut for Waters. Well, these two would be the only ones who've heard it from us, so I don't know how bad or good it is. They didn't like it that much from what I remember, though.
Pretty boring.
Glad you're hyped for it. Spread the word. Genesis stream next up. I believe it'll be Monday or Tuesday of next week, although I will not. Actually, it might not be. We will announce when our next stream is. I'm not going to be here for 2 days, so I'll have to figure that out. We'll figure out our next one. Next is a momentary lapse of reason. Yeah, but we're not necessarily doing that. We got to do a couple paid album requests because some people have paid for it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking through the Discord issues and Cole and Noah's laggy asses. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even if Cole looked like a Lego pieces at some points and Noah sounded like it. Is it going to be Foxtrot? I actually don't remember the name of the album, but stick around.
Selling England by the pound.
There it is. Selling England by the pound. That's the Genesis album. So I don't know how good. I've never heard it. I don't know how good or bad it is. I have nothing about it. It's all Noah. That's his band. Noah's a fan. There you go. You need to know. There you go. Selling England by the pound. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. What was I gonna say? I forgot something. Oh, I want to check the poll. I want to see what chat thought of the final cut. Do you guys like it? 61% say no. 39% say yes, though. Seems like it's a very divisive album among the Pink Floyd fan base, I would say. Or at least slightly divisive. 39% say no.
We got
sorry.
some people hyped for Genesis.
Oh, damn. So, fourth of what? First of fifth cinema show.
Earth of
Birth of Fifth.
It's a song on the Genesis album
What?
that I'm looking
Oh,
forward
my
to talking
Lord.
about.
Fair enough. Yeah. So hopefully you guys will be around for that. Apparently we got some Genesis fans in the
boy.
chat. Oh boy. Wow. I did not know that. All right. Well, yeah, stick around.
All right.
That'll be sometime next week. I gotta figure it out because I gotta go do something. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Join our Discord, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. Really appreciate you guys sticking around for this. Also, thank you to Alan Weinstein for the 2 super chats of $10. You're a goat. We appreciate you. Never heard of Genesis album? Me neither. You're not alone. I'm him. So the chat was fun. The album not. I agree. It was a fun stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys for Genesis.